Ladies and gentlemen, in the past I've done several videos on NYPD and why they're losing so many officers. Many of them are going to other police forces in surrounding areas, or they're resigning, they're retiring, but a high number of them are quitting. Well, there's a reason why that's finally coming out. White NYPD police officers are quitting because it's just too many melanated people joining the force. Don't show your racism to the entire world. So I guess what is this, the police version of white flight? You mean to tell me that's all it took to run y'all off is hire a lot of officers that didn't look like you? That's all it took? Wow, okay. That's all it took, y'all. Just that simple act. So, NYPD officers describe bleak state of affairs of why cops are leaving. So, ladies and gentlemen, they're worried about the color of the incoming cops, and I guess they just can't handle that. It's just too overwhelming to work with so many melanated cops. Who knew it would be that simple? The NYPD police department is the most prominent police department in America. After all, this is the only police force in the world that have its own TV show. Also, nearly every drama series in America somehow features the NYPD. Unfortunately, the morale is so low within the real life police department, according to insiders. According to this insider, white officers are stepping down because they're uncomfortable with all of the non white new police officers. Mm, mm. They're uncomfortable. Can y'all imagine all the times that just in your life that we have been in crowds and sometimes we would be the only black person in the crowd, or it would only be a handful of us? I don't recall us running and complaining about that. We normally don't complain about that. But when their numbers are dwindling within the department and all these melanated cops start coming in, they immediately start complaining. I'm just noticing a lot of differences here. That's all I'm saying. New York City, despite being known as a liberal city, has a history of racism. They most certainly do. With NYC being the largest city in America, this should come to no surprise. No surprise. So, places with a high population have a high population of everything, racism included. Also, the city of this magnitude have a hierarchy that is also heavily rooted in racial politics. As a result, something coming in to disturb this balance will definitely be met with some pushback. It just sounds like the cops are a bunch of racists. So, an anonymous insider within NYPD said the morale is low. Also, they said there is no respect for the current police commissioner. There were also complaints for how the DA carries out motions. If things aren't handled a certain way, officers could be held liable in civil court. Oh, okay. So y'all don't like the color that the force is becoming, and you don't like getting slapped with those civil suits. Well, if you did good police work, you wouldn't have to worry about civil suits. It's that simple. As a result, the insider claims that many white officers are leaving the force. Meanwhile, there were complaints about Eric Adams, the New York City mayor, pushing a progressive agenda because he wants to be president. Oh, so they are quitting because the force is just too much color is coming into the force. Y'all, I think that's hilarious. But it also proves why the Black residents of New York cannot get a fair shake. Because it right here, it proves you got nothing but a police force filled with racists. And they can't handle anything that don't look like them. And this is proof right here. So they're leaving because the force is becoming too non-white for them. Well, you better get used to that. Aren't y'all dealing with a low birth rate? Wouldn't it ultimately turn that way? See, that's why I don't believe them when they say, oh, it'll change in 2050 and 2042. And sometimes you'll hear 2036. You know why I think they do that, y'all? I think they're trying to buy time. I really do. I think they're trying to buy time on being at the top when that time has already been spent. They're just desperately trying to cover it up so it don't look so obvious. I mean, if you look at the census, it already shows you that even among the children, the white children are outnumbered already. So, and I really believe it's already happened, but like I said, they're going to keep giving you these far away years and numbers to keep themselves in power. But ultimately, I think the shift has already happened. I really do. But y'all, please tell me what you think about these NYPD officers having their version of white flight within the police department in NYPD. They're running because too many melanated people are being hired now to join the police force. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.